What purchase under 100 improved your life? Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the Vancher channel. Also, please share your thoughts on this video in the comments. Let's get started. Story 1. Water flosser pick. I can't believe how much crap gets stuck in the mouth. Even after using regular dental floss and then using a water flosser just to see what would happen, I still spit out stuff. Answer: I got one after flossing too hard pulled off a temporary crown. Definitely got results and also made me aware how much crap stuck around between my teeth, although sometimes it still took a good flossing to remove some really stuck in food. Wish I knew what happened to my water pick. I misplaced it with my last move, and thanks to not having much space in my new bathroom, I haven't bothered to replace it. Story 2. A book on gardening on a budget. I had nothing to do in my life at the time and needed a hobby. It was soothing and I felt like I accomplished something when I reused old furniture to make garden beds. I was depressed, but gardening gave me a reason to get out of bed in the AM. Can't leave my spinach thirsty, right? I ate healthier, I meet friends, and now it's a passion for me. Story 3. Bought a jump pack for $50-70-ish. It jumped my car 4 times on one charge and still reported a 34 charge level. Super easy to use, just hook it in, push the power button, and then start the car. And it can charge phones and such too. Story 4. Soldering iron. Any broken technology you got could be fixed with these. Careful though, because they burn hotter than a glue gun. Story 5. The suit and tie I bought at my local Salvation Army to land me the job of the century that changed my life. Story 6. A portable electric washing machine. The kind with twin tubs, one for washing and the other for spin drying. I don't have washer-dryer hookups in my apartment, and this was the perfect solution for me personally since I don't have a lot of clothes. Keeps me from having to go to the laundromat. Note, when I bought it was $80, but that was years ago. Prices have gotten insane lately. Answer: in the same category, portable dishwasher. We do have hookups for a washer and dryer in our place, but not the dishwasher, and I thought I was going to dislike using a portable one, but it does an excellent job. I'd still opt for a regular one when we eventually move, because it does take up the kitchen faucet while running, but it's still very convenient compared to hand washing. Everything with all the cooking we do. Story 7. Bone conducting headset that don't obstruct the ears and I can wear at work. 80. They make work so much more tolerable. Edit. For anyone who wants to check them out, these are the ones I got, but it looks like a newer model came out. Still 80. They say they're rated for 6H, but I've definitely used them for 8A before they died. Also, they should pay me for all this free advertising. Story 8. A laptop stand. After working from home for a few months, my neck did not appreciate going back and forth from the monitor down to the laptop. Now that they are on the same levels, it is much better. Story 9. Dash cam. More peace of mind when driving. Got one for my mom as well. Not a month later, it helped her win a court case against a scammer. Story 10. Swedish dishcloths. Who knew that there could be innovation in the dishcloth domain? These are fantastic. Wherever you would use a paper towel, sponge, or dishcloth, use this instead. They absorb like crazy, wring out to almost bone dry, and last a long time. It is estimated that each one will save you 17 rolls of paper towels. Story 11. A makeup organizer. If you live with someone who puts on makeup or put it on yourself, you know how much space makeup can take up. If you get a couple that have drawers, you can stack them too. I got one to hold my nail polish. Each drawer is a different color temperature, warm, cool, and I bought another one for all my face makeup. One drawer for eyeshadow, one for eyeliner, and so on. No more knocking stuff over trying to get the thing behind it. All of it used to take up half the top of my dresser. Now the footprint is only like 1 banana wide and 2 bananas long, maybe around 3 bananas high. Story 12. My dog. I got her 10 years ago from a local shelter for 14, where the local shelters were trying to place their animals during the holidays. She's 11 now and still my best friend. Story 13. An old school safety razor, a badger brush, and a jar of shaving cream paste. My skin doesn't get trashed anymore by the multi-blade disposable garbage everybody uses. It's hella cheaper. I can buy blades for cheap as hell, and the paste lasts forever. And I'm not throwing insanely expensive plastic razors cartridges in the trash weekly. I actually love shaving now. Brushing that sandalwood scented foam on with that brush has turned a chore into a luxurious bit of me time. Edit, just hit 6666 upvotes. Fucking metal. Answer? I've never really found a shaving brush all that necessary, honestly. I just apply some Vancher Ask shave butter after wetting softening my hair, and it comes off with no resistance. Is there something I'm missing here? The right razor can make or break your shaving experience, though. Bought a decent enough one from the pharmacy that was just too gentle. Really had to work to get most of the hair off in one pass. I then bought a Muley Traditional, and yikes, that thing is aggressive. Really have to make sure to lubricate well and get the proper angle down, but it annihilates that beard hair. For new wet savers, I have to stress, start off with a gentler blade and razor, Google razor aggression, so you can hone your technique as there is a learning process. Ditch the canned stuff, pick up something like Vancher Ask, The Real Shaving Company, Parasso, Taylor of Old Bond Street, or Truefit and Hill. For blades, a good starter is Derby, although if you have really coarse hair, I'd recommend skipping those and trying Shark Super Chromes, my personal favorite, or Feather once you get some experience in very sharp blades. Good shaves are truly a pleasure when you've dialed in all the parameters. Dread Nasty isn't kidding. I have a Supply Pro I'm waiting to try next. Hopefully with the adjustable blade gap, I can finally get my Goldilocks, not too gentle, not too firm daily driver. Story 14, a back and neck massager. Got all the kinks out of my shoulders when I was single, and now when my husband doesn't want to do it, haha. Story 15, Merrell hiking shoes. Got them on sale at the Army surplus store. Will not buy another show. May get resold. Peugeot pepper grinder. Classy construction, simple operation, all metal parts. Absolutely dumps pepper on things, can vary coarseness by twisting the bottom. Story 16, I had really garbage skin as a teenager. Bought a pair of exfoliating gloves for the shower and a bar of soap instead of Axe body wash gel, and my skin took about 2 weeks before it started getting better. Now, I don't eat dairy sugar. I still use the same exfoliating gloves a decade later, machine washable, and my skin's great. Not flawless, but I get a zit like once a year when I break and have some sugar. The gloves cost me like $7. Plus, as a tradesman, I can tell you, if you've never exfoliated, you've never felt being truly clean. Story 17, good underwear. They may be $30 a pair for Calvin's, but it's like your balls being cradled by angels. Story 18, artisan bath soaps. I recently discovered the magical world of artisan bath soaps that don't dry my skin out, feel great, and smell great. I actually look forward to my daily shower now. Some of my favorite brands are Sterling, Zingari Man, Southern Witchcrafts, Barrister and Man, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and Chiseled Face. These brands also make shave soaps and colognes. It turns a boring daily ritual into something more enjoyable than pouring some detergent onto a loofah. I was never a fan of body washes. Answer, I buy all my soap from a hippie lady down the road and never will use body wash again. They smell amazing. The smell stays for so long. All she uses is goat's milk, honey, the scent, and glycerin. I'm allergic to some weird ingredient they put in most body washes, so I could only ever use unscented, sensitive skin ones. It's so nice to be able to shower with nice smells again. Plus, I'm helping out a neighbor by buying her stuff, reducing my footprint by buying locally made products. Story 19. Got my first dog for $20. He was an older dog at the shelter, 6, snarled if you came near his enclosure, so I almost kept walking. But something about him made me ask if I could meet him in the yard. Soon as he was out of his shelter enclosure, he was a total Care Bear. Turns out, he just didn't like being in there. Since he'd been there for 3 months, he was slated to be put down, and instead of the usual $100 adoption fee, his was $20 to cover the microchipping. Had him for 6 years before we had to put him down. Aggressive cancer. Best 20 ever. Story 20. Got a countertop ice maker from Costco for $90. It's awesome. No freezer taste. Ice on demand. In the hot Midwest, it is a game changer. Story 21. A pair of decent sneakers. There are a 55 rainbow tie-dye pair of Skechers that are so comfortable that I bought a second pair for when the first ones wore out. Answer. Bought a pair by chance on a random trip to America. Grandma was having trouble with her feet and nothing was really helping. Doctors prescribed her shoe soles and whatnot, but didn't really solve anything. I saw a pair of Skechers and read the memory foam thing. I touched them a bit and felt like they were something Grandma could benefit from. A, got her a pair. Luckily, we were the same size, so I could try them on myself. Except for some specific, more elegant, old lady shoes from a specific local brand that sometimes carried stuff she tolerated, she never looked back. Anytime anyone traveled or she herself traveled, she got at least a new pair of Skechers. Same if she saw a good deal here once they brought the brand into the country. But good deals here on anything are scarce of LOL. Story 22. Ironclad box handler gloves. Durable, light, and thin enough not to interfere with using your fingers. Story 23. A bidet. As a male American, my two-bathroom experience has been completely revamped since getting one for Christmas last year, and we go through toilet paper significantly slower since getting one. I sometimes get legit saddened in thinking of how many years of my life I've been missing out on this magical device. Story 24. 18. Weber charcoal grill, 60 in 2006. Big enough to smoke a 15-kg lamb, pork shoulder, small enough to use on any crappy little deck or bring to a tailgate in an economy station wagon. I might need to replace a vent cover. In another year, maybe. If you could quantify enjoyment, this thing has the single highest joy count per penny spent of anything I've ever bought. Story 25. 16-kilo iron cast kettlebell. I could never get into strength training despite multiple attempts. Always found lifting weights extremely boring. However, for some reason, I found that can swing kettlebells without suffering the same boredom. I was able to consistently work out with a kettlebell for over a year now, and I can definitely feel the difference. Story 26. Cheap pair of wireless earbuds. Shave had them now for a lost 2 years, still work good. Such a goofy little thing, but really makes a difference at work. Story 27. A Fitbit reminds when I need to move and how much I've done ECT. Definitely made me realize that there were some changes I needed to make in my day-to-day life. Story 28. A coffee press from IKEA. Lasts much longer than the name brand ones. Costco coffee and a coffee grinder. Story 29. Silk pillowcases. Fudge 40 shampoo. All I needed were these things, and my hair is darn near perfect every day. Story 30. Dental health. A Sonic toothbrush. Bought a no-name from Amazon for $8. Super worth it. A toothpaste with stannous fluoride. Great for gum health. But get the kind that also has whitening properties because this type of fluoride can cause yellowing. Sleep health. A 20 memory foam cervical pillow from Amazon. No brand name, nothing. But I am a side sleeper, and it was starting to give me headaches and an achy shoulder. Instant relief, and it fits in a regular pillowcase. Home economics, a Costco membership. Sam's Club doesn't compare in customer service or chicken, LOL. I have saved at least $100 on gas alone this year. A cheap espresso maker. No more Starbies. Cheap tools, including a drill, socket wrench set, automotive sockets, regular household things like a hammer and screwdriver with changeable heads, wrenches, etc. They have enabled me to save tons of money doing my own repairs and such with the help of YouTube tutorials. A dryer, my car, plumbing, etc. An Amazon Fire Stick. Cut the cable. Yeah, you'll be behind on some shows and conversations, but it doesn't matter. I think I paid 35 years ago. A secondhand 6-slice toaster oven. It enables me to cook most things for which you would need the energy of a regular oven, using a quarter of the power. Saves money, time, and heat in the summer. Paid $15, a secondhand Shark steam mop. I paid $20 and it cleans the heck out of my hard floors way better than any manual mop. A real rice cooker that can also cook brown rice. It basically can cook any grain. Farro, quinoa, rice, etc. But also lentils, beans, and a host of other things. Pour it in, turn it on, and go. It did cost $40, but I use it a lot. An immersion blender. Paid $15 for mine on clearance. But spend another $10 and get one with a whisk head too. I don't use it every day, but when I do, it's a real time saver. Personal care. Kirkland's toilet paper, best deal for the best quality. An ionic hair dryer from TJ Maxx 20. Takes me about 5 minutes to blow dry my shoulder-length hair. A facial wash with glycolic acid. Any brand will do, but you want 3.5 or more. Acne, dark spots, whatever, it helps. The Ordinary chemical peel. It really works. Period panties for me and my daughter on sale at Eerie for about 4 pairs each. I still use tampons on heavy flow days, but the last 4 days of my period are a freaking cakewalk now. Saving money every month on hygiene products. They should pay for themselves in 4 months. Generic Prilosec from Costco. About 8 for a 45-day supply, and it changed how I felt within 72 hours. The OTC famotidine and such just don't hold a candle. A gym membership. Go a couple times a week and it will be worth it. Planet Fitness is fine. Just move your body. Lawn and garden. An herb garden. I love having fresh basil, parsley, rosemary, sage, and thyme whenever I want. They cost nothing to maintain. You can freeze them for later or dry them. It's also nice to be able to give away herbs to friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Pot your rosemary by itself, it will take over. Bring your thyme, parsley, and basil inside when it gets crazy hot or cold. Note, thyme is a little meanie. Treat it like your medically fragile great aunt, a folding canvas, heavy-duty yard wagon. We use this thing so freaking much. Yard work, obviously, but also carrying in a bunch of groceries, hauling stuff to the lake or beach, carrying in a bunch of stuff to work, etc. Ours was a gift, but they're worth the money. Parenting 20-month track phone for my child. She doesn't need more than that. She's 17, she's cool with it. Smile Direct braces. So much cheaper than traditional braces, and they're working out great. I'll miss her adorable buck teeth, but it will be best for her oral health in the future. Girls Who Code camps, arts after school activities, counseling. Never underestimate the power of a trustworthy psychological professional when you have a child who is LGBTQ or neurodivergent, or in my child's case, both. Attend religiously, prioritize it. Growing up is hard. Story 31, a Yamaha acoustic guitar. It's been places with me. I've written songs on it. It's a groovy instrument. Story 32, a whiteboard. It allowed me to write so many things off my mind to keep me from overthinking. From grocery lists to to-do lists, it's pretty handy. Story 33, adopted a puppy from the shelter 2 years ago. Because of COVID, they were over capacity, so they lowered the adoption fee to $20. Best $20 I ever spent. He's my wrestling buddy, my son's best friend, and my wife's baby that won't grow up. I've had a lot of dogs in my lifetime, and he tops them all. Story 34, my cat. I didn't exactly purchase her, but I got her from a rescue center and donated money in exchange for adopting her. She is my best friend and the best thing that ever entered my life. Story 35, a Swiss Army knife. Always having a great selection of tools in your pocket makes every day a little easier. Story 36, fairy lights. We put them on a timer so they're on when I get up in the morning. I get up at around 5 a.m. It's nice to have soft lighting in my living room without having to turn on a bright lamp. Story 37, an Odroid Go Advance. Expected the ability to play NES Mega Drive games whilst on the train. Got a full-on computer that's surprisingly effective for its size. Learn a bunch of Linux stuff in the process, some of which may be employable, and still got to play The Legend of KJ and Shining Force 2 anyway. Story 38. Bought 100 wood clothespins with the springy. It was like 2 bones and change. I put some on my bed sheet and blanket. Now I never OCD freak-out struggle, kicking the sheets into place to cover my feet. Story 39. I got a drone that was supposed to be $70 for $40. I do not regret a single bit getting it. It has made me have more joy and also helped me get closer to a few of my family members by showing them my skills with it. Story 40. A super-sized king comforter that's big enough to go fully cover 2 plus-size adults, and a basset hound, thin enough to be washed in a standard washing machine, and cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Story 41. Small air purifier. Forest fire smoke over the town. Run it in my room overnight and I wake up not feeling like I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes. Pollen season, dust storm, run it in whatever room I'm in to avoid needed Claritin. Hell, have pets want to host a dinner party game night, but 1 or more guests have minor pet allergies? Vacuum main areas of the home run the air purifier. Guests will be far more comfortable and might not even get runny noses. Story 42. Chefs have these metal tubes that they put on oil bottles. Quite clever, I like to use them, cost $3 if you are lucky. Story 43. When I was a kid, I always used to buy stuffed animals. I never had anyone to play with growing up, so most of the time, I would just talk to my stuffed animals and I'd play all kinds of games from pirates to family, and even school. Even now that I'm older, I still have most of the stuffed animals I used to play with as a child in tip-top shape. Story 44. My little dog Luna paid $50 for her 8 years ago. She's a mixed breed, but all that matters is the fact that she is my lifeline. Story 45. Installed under cabinet paper towel holder that allows you to rip one-handed and also keeps you from pulling off more than you need. Story 46. My husband bought me a pair of boxing gloves and some pads, and now when I get home from work after a shoot day, he helps me punch it out. I used to just sit on the sofa, eat crisps, and be too exhausted and emotionally drained to talk. But this has been an absolute game changer. Afterwards, I feel invigorated. Story 47. Not exactly a purchase by the traditional definition, but getting my hair cut short for the first time was a deal changer to both my confidence and my mental health. If you are curious, here's the long story of the cut. For all of my life until 17, I had long hair. Starting puberty, I struggled with gender dysphoria. Despite living in an open-minded place with loving parents, I wasn't exactly taught about transgender or stiff like that. And while I just thought it was me being influenced by toxic beauty standards of modern society, so I brushed my dysphoria off. However, I ended up befriending one queer and then getting into a very queer friend group. Best thing to ever happen in my existence, especially since learning about queer people gave me the chance to find the right words for my own feelings. While back then I had yet to understand that I am non-binary, I back then finally could name this icky feelings about myself as dysphoria. And since many of my friends happen to also suffer from dysphoric feelings and cutting their hair short helped them, I decided to give it a shot. Because hell, I just wanted to be able to look in the mirror and actually like how I looked. My mom, who always cuts my hair since she's a barber, told me to go for it. I've always had full control over what was done to my hair, which is something I am so eternally grateful for. But that she wouldn't cut it in case I ended up disliking it. And so I went to a barber shop where my mom's friend worked. I paid like IDK $70 for the cut. I had healthy hair reaching to my waist. I wanted to go for an asymmetrical style with one side of my hair just reaching chin length while the other is shaved down to a few millimeters. The barber was quite surprised but went through with it. Since my hair was both beautiful and healthy, just so you know, I am quoting the barber, I myself didn't really like it. I ended up donating it to an organization that turns donated hair into wigs for people with cancer. And I think that was the first time I've ever done something with my long hair that made me happy, but back to the cut. It turned out amazing. It was undoubtedly a strange feeling, but it made me so happy. Like I saw it in the mirror and I didn't feel anything. No voice telling me that I am lazy for not styling it, that it looks ugly when I have it down. No self-depreciating thoughts at all. I looked in the mirror and my only thought was, Joe, that's me all right. The next thing that then crushed me like a boulder. I looked amazing, like darn. I did something with myself instead of being the silent bullied girl who is too scared to open her mouth on class. I did a drastic change, and I am not scared what people will think. Really, that euphoria I had on my way back home thinking these things was one of the best moments of my life. Being able to look at my face without hating that very picture of myself improved my life. I definitely became so much happier and comfortable, and as a consequence, more confident. That helped me cutting ties with someone toxic, raising my hand in class again, and handling stuff like calls. Heck, even my grandma said that since the haircut, I look so much brighter and better. And like my dysphoria is still there because, yeah, but it's not even half as bad anymore. Heck, my hair led to someone confusing my gender, which started the trip of me discovering I am non-binary. So yeah, that $70 were the best investment in my existence. Story 48. I converted a kitchen base cabinet that just had 2 doors and a shelf into one that had 2 drawers behind its doors for pots and pans. I made the boxes myself from some scrap plywood and just had to buy the full extension drawer slides. Our kitchen is tiny, so any small way to maximize the available space makes a big difference. And this was massive for us. Story 49. 2 box fans. The one we had before we found in the dump 3 years ago just broke this morning. It's 100 here, but 20 cooler in our house because of our new purchase. Story 50. My work socks, merino wool, thick as sin, but feels like heaven has interceded between my feet and the hard ground. Have not gone home with my feet aching since. Absolute night and day work and post-work experience. Story 51. Digital meat thermometer turned me from dad this steak is good to darn dad WTF did you do to this steak? Story 52. Got a pair of Doc Martens flip-flops. So no replacing flip-flops ever. Year. Most flip-flops, the thong part breaks after a while. These haven't yet, and I've had them for over 15 years. I don't think they make them anymore either. Story 53. Dracula garlic mincer. I know I could just have bought a garlic mincer, but one that looks like a tiny Dracula is much more of an improvement. Story 54. A weighted stitch plushie from Disneyland. I have always felt pretty anxious sleeping alone since I don't really have pets to choose to sleep with me. So this plush is pretty much the closest thing, but it helps me sleep more comfortably. Story 55. I bought a fanny pack for my last job instead of an actual purse or carrying everything in my work pants, and it was an absolute lifesaver. Story 56. Ridge wallet. Getting rid of the old leather wallet in my back pocket was an immediate overall life improvement. Story 57. Up-down laser level and a string line can smash out perfectly straight set of downlights in no time. Story 58. Wireless earbuds. Got them on sale like 2 years ago for $99. I listen to music or books on my phone all my free time, hours every day. Before I had to buy headphones new almost every month because I'm so clumsy and the wire got stuck everywhere. Door handles, knobs, table corners, arms, pants, bag, etc. Story 59. Nanopresso. Portable, handheld espresso machine that only requires hot water and ground coffee to make excellent espresso shots in a matter of seconds. Using it as a student in my small room currently, as it doesn't use electricity, takes up very little space and is very easy to maintain. Excellent for camping, military use, as well as you'll most likely have hot water anyway, so why not make a great coffee? Story 60. A proper nose hair trimmer. The first one I had was shite, but I have a good Conair one now that's amazing. But for years, I yanked those spider legs out manually. Tear-filled, torturous process that was. And I always read threads like this on how it was such a good investment, but the idea made my skin crawl. And I had this paranoid fear that it would shred the flesh in my nostrils, so I put it off for years. But it really is a game changer. So glad I took a chance on it. Story 61. I went to an animal shelter on Free Cat Tuesday. I can't fully describe how much I love my cat. Still waiting for them to reimburse me for all of the litter and food. Story 62. Slightly cheating, it was like 120, but an electric kitty litter cleaner. It has a motor and sifts through the litter 30 minutes after our kitten uses it. Then I can toss the bag. So simple and easy. Story 63. Silicone jar opener. It has a little tightener on one end. You slip it over the bottom and it is like magic. I have not met a jar I can't open with that bad boy. Story 64. My dog. I had to donate 80 to the shelter to get her. She's been with me 8 years and I love her so much. Story 65. A 710 iPhone charger from Five Below. A 30 fast charger from Best Buy. Fully charges my iPhone in 10 minutes. I bought it back in 2018 before Apple made their own. Story 66. A pack of 12 matching white anklet socks. I threw away every other sock I own. I like the fit and feel of these ones. And frankly, I am 36. I am not out here worrying about my socks being impressive. Suddenly, laundry became so much less. I never have more than one leftover sock, and I just toss it on top of the dryer because next cycle it might even put. Folding them is a seamless process every time. And when they start getting dingy or worn, I buy a brand new 12-pack and dispose of the old ones for $13.99. It's a luxury privileged life I afford about twice a year that makes a measurable difference in my days. Story 67. A dog I adopted from the SPCA. Bo was one of 3 dogs in a cage right after 1,000s of foreclosures went on in our area of Sanford from the recession. You could tell he was a family dog and broke my heart he was caged to other dogs even. He sat there so quietly. I was at the SPCA that day looking for my cat Leo. He had gotten out one night when my ex left the door open. When he came home tipsy, I immediately knew I had to adopt Bo. My ex said absolutely not. So the next morning when he was passed out, I went to the SPCA and adopted Bo. When I got home, my boyfriend told me or the Kong, and I told you no? Well, I just figured Bo was properly named. One time I had a man trying to break into my apartment, which had flimsy French doors, and Bo stuck his full snout of teeth glaring between that crack in a second and scared the man away. Another time I was getting in my car and someone grabbed my car door asking for directions to confuse me. Bo had been laying in the car, and he popped up in 2 seconds to protect me. He saved my life so many times. He told me no to many suitors, but when I met my husband, he liked him very much. BC, he'd pick him up for truck rides before our dates to make sure Bo got attention before we were out for the evenings. Bo helped me in so many ways. He gave me confidence to leave a bad relationship. He gave me protection, and he gave me love. Story 68. I bought a bone from a Megalosaurus giganteus, IDK, how it improved my life. But just saying I have a bone feels like something I accomplished. Story 69. Didn't change my life, but gave my failing business a small lifeline when I won the second prize pool in the lottery. Cost around 30 AUD, and they won about 12K. It was a random pick, and I had changed on of the original numbers to something else. If I didn't, I would have gotten 20 mil. Sucks that it has left me with the desire to keep playing. Story 70. For those in the US, Canada, Nexus Pass, $50 every 5 years, and you get an express pass at customs. Literally saved hours of time, walking past hundreds of people stuck in line to clear customs, with minimum hassle. VIP service at the border, basically. Story 71. Month gym membership, 70. Thought I'd try it out and see if I can make the change. I've never been happier about my body. Story 72. A dream egg. It's a white noise machine, and it lets me sleep peacefully. I bring it when I travel too. Story 73. I bought a baguette yesterday. Wife and I enjoyed every second of it. Got creative with it too. Fresh, authentic bread is rare in the USA. Story 74. A bidet. Life-changing. Why the hell did I spend nearly 50 years of my life using dry paper to wipe my jerk? Story 75. Soda Stream. I thought they were dumb and overpriced, but I drink a lot of NA seltzer, and my go-to drink, that is an expensive whiskey, is a vodka soda. I've saved more than its price already in the 6 months I've had it. Story 76. Taste of Home 5-ingredient cookbook. Healthy meals of 5 ingredients or less. Has helped the wife and I save a small fortune with the monthly grocery bills. Story 77. 2 of them. One, a daylight simulator lamp. I have it in my home office. It really helped offset the seasonal depression and also my sleep patterns. I use it about 1-2 hours a day during the winter. 2 Navage nasal irrigator. I used it after I got COVID and had leftover congestion, and it works so good. I'm going to use it daily to help with my allergies and nasal drip issues. Story 78. A heavy-duty foldable wagon. These things are criminally underrated, and I'm continuously surprised at what I use them for, even after owning one for over 4 months now. I use them for our grocery hauls every month, to pull a bunch of equipment at work to and from different areas, i.e. video equipment, to take out the trash when we have a bunch of boxes, and so much more. My family visited us this weekend, and we used it to help move their stuff from our place back to their car when they were leaving. No more going back and forth from the car 5 times or arms feeling like they'll fall off because you didn't want to take multiple trips. If you haven't bought yourself a heavy-duty wagon, do it soon. They will change your life. Story 79. Emergency survival kit. Friend and I woke up in the mountains in a cabin after a bad snowstorm. Cars were not going to move for a good 4 hours. We had planned to drive into the next town and eat in the morning. Only had the emergency kit. Kept us from being really hungry for 2 days while we waited it out, lol. Scariest, funniest thing ever. Story 80. Rice cooker. Honestly, the little thing was 10 maybe, and I think I use it more than anything else in my kitchen. It's honestly magic. I understand it has to do with steam and something, but it gets you perfect rice every time. Wonderful. Story 81. A 6-leg crossball. It's hard as a rock, almost no give to it at all. I set it on the floor and lower one of my achy muscles onto it and roll around, and it's most effective at working out the kinks. Story 82. A $50 chainsaw. I got one before a hurricane hit with a can of gas. And once all the trees fell, I went around the town with a chainsaw and cleared trees for whatever money they wanted to give me or food. I made about $2,000 in that week. Neighborhoods were just putting mob together for me to clear whole blocks. My friends decided to get their dad's chainsaws, and we just rode out trucks around with chainsaws and cleared debris and ate fried catfish. Because I spent money on that chainsaw, I've learned how to make money faster than most of my peers. Story 83. A cock ring. I know that sounds silly, but when wearing it while working in the Texas heat, it's nice. It helps keep everything separated and keeps the jewels from sticking to my legs. I love wearing it to bed too because I don't have to worry about squeezing my nuts between my thighs. Story 84. My cat. She's the best. She makes me so happy, and I think she gets a pretty good deal out of it too. Story 85. Numerous online learning courses. Got my current job during the pandemic because I had basic Python. Even if I don't have the right degree, the job is finance. I mastered in geology. Story 86. I feel a list is coming on. 1. A bike. 2. Decent pair of shoes. 3. A cheap phone. 4. A decent backpack. Decent set of clothes. Some nice aftershave. Sorting a friend in need with some money. Story 87. I bought my fiancée a Dratini plush for her birthday 2 years ago. Since then, we've basically treated it like a child. When we go places, we carry it around like a baby. We remember to grab it out of the car, seatbelt it in, etc. We actually cradle it as well. If one of us has an issue with something the ether did, we almost use it as an intermediate and say what is wrong as if it was our human child. My fiancée even cuddles with it at night to help her sleep. There's so many inside jokes between us about it, and I'm sure people probably think we're nutcases. But it has definitely made our lives more fun. $40 well spent. Story 88. This one adult worker in Vegas who looked exactly like Penny from Big Bang Theory's hotter sister. I thought for sure she was a com and was willing to risk it. Man, oh man. Story 89. Mushrooms. I did them while meditating. It's the most spiritual experience I've ever had and felt the existential effects for years afterwards. Story 90. A $5 necklace that I paired with 2 earrings. All 3 were green. Tried to find some as close to jade as I could, so that's why the color. Gave them to my girlfriend after I got back from vacationing with family in Mexico. Her smile improved my life. Story 91. The $20 warranty on Xbox controllers that comes with 3 replacements. Buy them individually for $280, or buy one and get the warranty for a total of $90. Story 92. Amazon Alexa was a game changer for my legally blind mother. I got an older version for less than $50. Story 93. A nice trash can. I know it sounds dumb, but it took me 3 tries to get one that was big enough and also holds in the smell. Story 94. I bought a Kindle to read the book Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents while in an emotionally abusive and toxic household. Without it, there would be no way I would have been able to read that just sitting at home. It honestly changed my life. I moved out and no longer have contact with my mother, and I'm progressing in a positive direction in my life. I'm happy. Story 95. Cheap prescription glasses and sunglasses from Zenni. I don't have to wait 2-3 years saving up to get new ones. Story 96. Definitely over 85 of the burgers I've ever had. You could set the dollar amount way lower. It's the improved my life that's an 85 hit rate. Story 97. Comfortable clothes, IDK. What it is, but my intolerance for clothes with the wrong kind of fabric seems to be growing. So I have to be careful that the material feels comfortable for my body. Otherwise, I can never relax, much less sleep. So comfortable clothes, good night's sleep makes for a much less grumpy C64Z86, which makes for a good day and improved life. Story 98. I got a few of these little 8 battery-powered LED lamps with a motion sensor that is meant to hang over the toilet bowl and light it up at night so you don't fully wake up from the bright lights. I hung one by the top of the toilet door so it lights the room, not just the bowl, and then placed another in the hallway leading to the toilet. I also use rechargeable batteries so I'm not replacing them all the time and have spares always charged ready to swap over. It does make a huge difference in getting a good night's sleep and saves on electricity bills, etc. Oh, and no fumbling around in the dark if I get home. Tipsy, haha. Most of my friends have them now too. Story 99. Electric blanket. I live in a place where it gets and stays sub-zero in the winter. I got a heated throw blanket, and within weeks, everyone in the house wanted one. Now everyone has their own. Gave one to my mom for Christmas, and weeks later, my dad went out and bought his own. For colder climates, it's a total game changer. Story 100. An Instant Pot. I thought they were a gimmick at first, but after we got one, it gets used all the time now. It doesn't do a good job of slow cooking. Still use an actual crock pot for that. But things like rice and hard-boiled eggs are really easy. Story 101. Slow cooker. You save money using cheap cuts of meat and get the best darn meals ever. If you're single and don't mind freezing meals, seating the same meat several times in a week, it will save you time and money. Story 102. Water drop. Small cubes of natural micronutrients that you dissolve in plain water or filtered. They have a big glass jug for that. The water tastes better, therefore you drink more. Most people have a nutrient deficiency and drink too little water anyway. 1 liter of that stuff a day, and I was less tired, had more energy throughout the day, and even my depressions were a little less bad. Story 103. Generic insoles for Amazon. They cost $20, and I throw them in my steel toe shoes, and I can stand all day, no issues. $300 shoes have shoot insoles, which suck. Story 104. My happiness is seeing the responses to this question. Interesting question. Pillow, flosser, and even a pregnancy pillow are all the rage for the happy times under 100 pounds. Story 105. I paid almost $100 on 23andMe a couple months back and found out that I'm 3.2% African, Nigerian, and Congolese. Never knew in my 35 years of being on this earth I had it in me. Story 106. Game Boy emulator on phone X200B. For years I struggled to find a decent mobile game. Stay with me, it's not an ad. Mobile games are just garbage tier. Last time I checked, a rather good rated game. Comment was, good game, the energy refills quick enough. Like what energy? What kind of video games stop you from playing and ask you to wait? Pokemon is one of the most sold game in history, and it's like 512 KO. Why can't we make good game anymore? So I safeguarded it. I installed a Game Boy emulator on my phone to play to all the games of my childhood and more. They are so much more better than the shoot pay to win game that ask you to wait or invite friend. I'm playing Pokemon Crystal, Zelda Minish Cap, and so much more on my phone now. Emulation changed my life. It's 5 in the App Store, and ROM can be found free on internet. Story 107. A used book on Buddhism I got in high school. I'd been Catholic most of my life and started exploring other spiritualities around then. Best decision ever. I'm 35 now and still practicing Buddhism. Story 108. 86. Wall magic clip cordless. Now they are around 105-ish. Been cutting my hair for a couple years now. Saved hundreds, if not thousands. Story 109. Squatty Potty was a gift to my SO. Really changed my poop experience. And you can really just find anything to prop your feet up so you're in that squat position though. Story 110. Car battery charger. For $60, I've charged it 2 times in 5 years and gotten 8 cars battery fixed. Lowest battery life was 60, charged twice ever. Story 111. Food bins. I don't mean Rubbermaid ones or stuff like that. The ones my wife got have a seal lock, some have a button, some have a twist lock. We use them for chip snacks and cereal. It has been a very noticeable difference. Story 112. A new pillow. I tried each of all the best rated pillows under 100 and settled on the Casper pillow. So I spent well over 100 testing the other pillows, but the unit price was roughly 80. My sleep quality is dramatically improved. Story 113. Mattress pad. Useful for when a spring poked through and you can't afford a new mattress. Some have that cooling gel stuff. Story 114. AeroPress coffee press, maker, whatever. I bought it for camping, but now it has become my default coffee making thing at home. Story 115. 12 on etymologic research earplugs. They have an even frequency response, so they are ideal for concerts, which are almost always too loud. I wish I had these before I got all the noise-related hearing loss before I bought them. They even come in a case with a bead chain, so they are always on my keychain. Story 116. A 7 shaving mirror that doesn't fog up in the shower. Came with a little hook, and I stuck it to the wall 15 years ago. Shaving in the shower is 1,000 better. I will never ever deal with that fudge mess, the water running down your neck, trying to crane yourself around to see what you're doing. Nope. Shaving mirror fog-free. Trust me. Story 117. I go to a lot of really loud concerts, so a few months ago I had several lined up in a row and decided to get really good earplugs that attenuate noise excellently while preserving the quality of sound. I spent about 40 on them, and it was so worth it. Story 118. Multiple packs of the same exact socks. No more looking for pairs. Went to the shop and found some. Then bought 3 24 packs. I keep one unopened for when some need replacing. Story 119. Condoms. Too many times I just chanced it, and only now that I'm older, so I realized just how unsafe and irresponsible it was for both myself and my partner. Story 120. My dog's adoption fees were waived. We just had to pay for the city dog license, 15. Best purchase ever made. Story 121. 87 can TX NCL for a 3x3 grow tent off Amazon have saved at least $1,000 since I got it. One wire October. My cost per gram is down to almost literally peanuts, less than $1. Whole kit only cost $200. I DIY'd and thrift stored everything but the tent in a cheap 2000 LED grow light I timed a sale perfectly on an old model cheap product, $75. It paid for itself after 7 months. Because of this, my very limited disability check goes much farther. Plant substance is both medicine and fun for me, controls my epilepsy, and since I vape, mine is a lot healthier than taking several grams of pills several times a day. And now I'm everyone's bestie, can afford to be as generous as I want to be. Hell, I had to give some away last harvest, literally had too much plant substance. How's that for a concept? Story 122. Male here. Up until college, I used to wear the stereotypical Fruit of the Loom tighty-whities for underwear. They never fit my body style. I finally bought some briefs that were simple, were in various colors, and most importantly, they fit me the way I needed them to fit me. Interestingly, they were in a clearance bin at Walmart, which sounds like the beginning of a terrible experience. But they were perfect. I'm not exaggerating when I say it was life-changing. Story 123. Oven gloves. Not a mitt, actual gloves that you can use. Perfect for the grills and oven. I can't go back, lol. Story 124. Merino wool clothing underwear. I'll go on like 8 hikes and they still don't smell at all. You barely have to clean them as they're antibacterial naturally. Soft, and when you do need to clean them, it's an easy hand wash. I'm transitioning to fully merino wool undies and socks. Story 125. My cat was on sale for $40 at the PetSmart Adoption Center. He was there 2 years. He got a send-off. Everyone had to come say goodbye. Had him for 10 years now. Story 126. Electric toothbrush. Apparently, according to my dentist, the electric toothbrush is cleaning my teeth better than a manual ever did. Story 127. A Brita pitcher for my fridge. I wouldn't drink much water at home because we drank from the tap, and it was never cold and didn't taste great. We found out that our neighborhood was under alert for having lead in the pipes, and I decided to go out and get a Brita filter. I drink so much more water now that it's cold and tastes good. Story 128. A nail manicure kit. It gave me an outlet for my creativity when I felt stumped and blocked from doing anything else. Drawing, painting, writing. I'm obsessed now. Story 129. Vitamin B supplements. I'm less tired all the time. I'm still kind of tired all the time, but it's just chronic depression, tired of life. Tired, not, oh gods, I'm exhausted. Tired. Edit, it also helped me maintain a weight better. Story 130. Arch support insoles for my work boots. Bear in mind I wear a 200 pair of Red Wings. They're super comfortable. I buy a new pair every 4 years or so. While they're comfy all day, I had the arches of my feet cramping at night. Saw some suggestions for insoles. Bought a cheap pair off Amazon. No more cramps. Sleeping way better. Story 131. Got a pocket operator for $80. Big discount. Really changed how I make and understand music. It's just so much more intuitive and simplistic that it just sounds more fun and lively in comparison to my project files. Story 132. Bidet. Never understood why when we step in dog crap, we grab the hose. But for some reason, we change our minds when it comes to our butthole. Story 133. My cat. Someone on Craigslist was giving away a 6-month-old cat and also had a cat tree that they were asking $85 for. Took the tree and the cat, and my kitty makes me so happy. Story 134. Late answer, but a good pair of earphones. I would recommend everyone to look into hi-fi, high fidelity, and Chi-Fi, Chinese high fidelity, for absurdly low prices and awesome quality. An IEM, an ear monitor, with neutral tuning, is everything everyone needs to relax before bed or going to work with a clear mind listening to your favorite music. And the best, it's cheap. Personally, I bought the tin T2s for $30 and have been enjoying music more than ever. Story 135. Smart garage door opener. Schedule a time to turn off each night so I don't forget it, open after I get high. Story 136. My dog. My friend's parents are breeders and let me pick my puppy for $50. He just turned 7 last month and I can't imagine my life without his companionship. Story 137. Pull-up bar. 15. 90 of my training has been with it after all these years and it's still my bread butter. Story 138. Cast iron pans. 25 garage sale find turned into taking up cooking as a hobby. Been eating way healthier and losing weight consistently for months now. Story 139. A foot massager. I've had plantar fasciitis for 3 years and cursing myself for not buying it sooner because I saw it as a luxury. Story 140. Flonase. Up until I started taking Flonase, I was in the hospital for a few days in a row every May because of very severe pollen allergies. Now I have a nose that works and a non-swollen throat year-round. Story 141. A menstrual cup. Actually genuinely life-changing. No idea how I ever survived periods without it. With tampons or pads, you feel so uncomfortable all day. But with my menstrual cup and pain relievers, I consistently forgot I was even on my period. And it doesn't matter much if you forget because you can go 8 to 12 hours without emptying it, depending on the brand. And no more loss of sleep due to having to get up and change menstrual products if you get one that can stay in longer than 8 hours. I love my Flex Cup so dearly. He is like a brother to me, except I put him in my female body part. Story 142. My crock pot slow cooker. Made dinners way more tasty and hassle-free. Turn it on before I go to work. Throw my meal in there. Come home to a beautiful, ready-to-eat dinner when I get home. Probably has saved me tens of thousands in takeout, or having to buy high-quality cuts of meat to have a good meal. A crock pot will make a $2 steak taste better than Buffalo sirloin after 8-10 hours in the pot. Story 143. Stainless steel clothesline pegs. They are the exact same now as they were when I opened the packet 2 years ago. No more breaking plastic pegs. Story 144. Tradesman Bluetooth noise-canceling earmuffs. I have had the pleasure of binging books, podcasts, and music for hours every day while I work with crystal clear sound. I should have bought them years ago, but thought they would be shoot. I was so wrong. Story 145. This Lil guy. Not only extremely cute, soft, and friend-shaped, he is perfect for putting under my knees when I lay down to alleviate knee pain. Story 146. A marriage certificate. Not all that far into it yet, but we've already been through quite a lot and I still love him dearly and hope he never realizes that I got a way better deal. Story 147. Amanta sleep masky have problems sleeping if it isn't completely dark. I live in Scandinavia, so days are pretty long during spring, summer, early autumn, and the darkness doesn't even last for long enough for my insomniatic jerk to fall asleep while it's dark. This mask ensures complete blackout and doesn't put pressure on our eyes because of the special cups. It's also adjustable. I had to adjust the cup placement and tightness of the mask so it wouldn't put pressure on my nose bridge area and hinder my breathing. I bring this mask everywhere. I'm not 100% sure a room will be dark enough. Also great for when I have migraines because I get hella light sensitive. Story 148. A set of wall hair clippers. I'm a balding guy. In fact, the clippers were cheaper than 2 trips to the barber's. Story 149. I brought some vitamin B1 and have been taking them for just over a month now. And the change in my mental health and well-being has been amazing. Story 150. I'd definitely say my air fryer. It's so good to reheat pizza, hot chips really, anything I use it for now. Story 151. An electronic hair cutter. The fact that I don't have to constantly clean shave to the point of hurting my face is worth every cent. Story 152. I bought a weighted blanket from Walmart. I think the brand is Tranquility Blanket. It's really helped me cut down on tossing and turning, and it holds my top arm, I'm a side sleeper, in place so that it doesn't try to droop awkwardly, if that makes sense. Story 153. I know it was supposed to be under 100, but mine changed my life drastically, and it was roughly 150. An ergonomic computer chair. I had developed some horrible neck and shoulder pain from spending several hours of the day for many, many years sitting at a desk. The chair has made it completely disappear. I'm a whole new man. Story 154. A weighted silk sleep mask. Not only can I sleep easily during daylight hours, but plane rides are a breeze. Story 155. New orthopedic mattress when I bought it. First day I was sleeping like the Sleeping Beauty cheap wireless headphones, so I have not problems with the wire, and my cleaning the room become more comfy. Story 156. My first pair of wireless earbuds. I've done wires ever since I could remember, but switching to wireless earbuds have been godsend. Doing house chores with my phone charging and audio in my ears from any room, heaven. Story 157. We just bought an air fryer last week, right before the heat wave in my state, and I'm so glad we got the thing BC. Neither one of us felt like cooking, let alone use the oven for simple meals like pizza rolls. But that air fryer saved our butts. Story 158. A bidet. They fit on just about every toilet. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Literally changed my life. Cold water only. Ones are just fine, and honestly, the cold water is refreshing. Story 159. Ramen cooker. Best 35 I've ever spent. It can make all types of soups, stews, and pastas. Most are easy to clean and even come with chopsticks. Story 160. A skull shaver. I have a lot of moles in my head and can't razor shave it until that's the look I'm going for. It feels so good to shave my head every day in the shower. Story 161. In no particular order, bidet attachment, Bluetooth eye mask for falling asleep, menstrual cups, all complete game changers for me, edited for formatting. Story 162. Merino wool socks. They insulate even when wet like normal wool, but also wick away moisture like athletic clothing. Darn Tough has a lifetime warranty too. Good socks were a game changer I wish I had discovered long before 35. Story 163. Weird one, but I think it fits here, gym membership. There's something different about actually going to a gym and being surrounded by people with a common goal. Story 164. A nice pair of sound-reducing, not eliminating earplugs. I live in a bustling city and wear them everywhere. I feel so much calmer and not alerted by a million different noises and conversations all at the same time. Story 165. When I bought my first car, I bought a CD holder for the visor. The vehicle did not have an aux cord, and it made long drives a lot easier. RIP Ford Focus. Story 166. In '95, I took a girl out on a date. She needed to buy a dry erase marker, but we couldn't find one. The next day, I went out and bought one for $2, wrapped it, and gave it to her the next time I saw her. It impressed her enough that she went with me on a second date. We celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary this summer. Best $2 I ever spent. Story 167. A bidet. Purchased and installed during the TP shortages in 20. No idea how I lived without it. Advice. Start it on low and slowly turn it up, or it will blast water up through your brain, eliminate you instantly. Story 168. Okay, before you come at me with the crunchy mom jokes, hear me out. Essential oils. I used to use plug-in air fresheners, and they would give me headaches and make me feel nauseous. I got rid of them all and switched to an EO diffuser. No more chemical headaches, and if I do get a headache or feel nauseous, I use the Wright's oils, and it makes it go away. P.S. I don't do MLM oils. I buy them at Whole Foods. Story 169. A leg support pillow I use as a regular pillow. It lets me sleep on my side and then breathe through both nostrils. Sleep face down with enough room to breathe normally. And it takes up way less space than a regular pillow. Story 170. This question comes up a ton of times in Ask Reddit. I.e., what purchase under 100 improved your life? What life-changing item can you buy for less than 100? What products genuinely improve your life? I wanted to get a list of these items too, so I decided to make an area to post all ideas. If anyone has any ideas, you can post here too. It's under our quality of life items. Story 171. My dry herb vaporizer, use it for plant substance, and it makes my eighth last so much longer than just burning it in a bong or anything else. Cleaner too. $75. Story 172. The Fit On app. No, I'm not shilling for Fit On. I am serious. And it's much less than 100. It's free. I've never felt healthier, and I regained my strength and built up my muscles again. Story 173. Instead of spending money on dates, I stack it and I'm satisfied with my fleshlight. The next woman to get this has to be getting a bag. I'm done with broke hoes. And that line of thinking changed my life for the better. Story 174. Stupid, I know, but a 15 Minecraft bee got it going into Indiana. And when I got home from school, I would just hug him to get that bullying and crap I got at school to go away, and then I took a nap. If not that, a $90 concert ticket to Skillet. Yes, I know they're a Christian band, but the lyrics hit hard. They were my first concert, and then my love for concerts evolved, and I ended up going to Slipknot, 3X Shinedown, and an August Corn. I now have gotten into the Slipknot mask collecting hobby, with Mr. B with me all the way. He goes to every concert with me. Story 175. Well, my dog, she was free. I didn't buy her. My gecko. But being serious, probably my guinea pigs. I would fudge die for them in a heartbeat. It's a problem. Story 176. Food. Before buying food, I was hungry. But then I bought food and ate it, and I wasn't hungry anymore. Story 177. Reaper, a digital audio workstation that you can get for free. If you want to buy it, it costs $69, I think. But none of the features are limited, not accessible if you want to keep using it to make music for free. Story 178. Mocha Padawan espresso maker that only needs beans and a stovetop for under 20 bucks, quick and easy. Brick of beans for this bad boy is around $3 and lasts a decent amount of time. French press makes the best teas hands down. Story 179. An amazing book. I am leaps and bounds better in my life because it off. All aspects, including finance, relationships, health, education, etc. Sincerely, I'll tell you if you want to know. Story 180. Amazon Echo. I can video call my parents, play music, set alarms, set cooking timers, listen to news radio, ask it questions. The best. Story 181. This hasn't improved my life, but I would say scratch cards lottery tickets. Don't get addicted to them. Story 182. My bong. It's made managing my anxiety so much easier. Only problem is boomer parents are assholes, so I have to hide it. Story 183. Jetstream showerhead, high pressure that feels like a message on your skin. It's like $60 and really easy to install. We'll never not have one again. Story 184. A comfortable saddle, bicycle seat. I ride bike a lot, and the seat that came with the bike was just so incredibly uncomfortable. Too narrow, it felt like it was literally riding up my jerk crack. I bought a women's style saddle. I'm a man, and it's 100x better. The only difference between a women's style seat and a men's style seat that I could tell is that the women's seat was wider, as if men enjoy having a narrow seat that rides up their jerk crack. Story 185. I had to get a knee pillow, Big Ant knee pillow from Amazon, so I could sleep on my side without pain. Herniated disc L4, L5. I bought a strainer for $5. It is a flat half circle with holes, OV, a handle, and little pegs underneath to fit any size pot. The two best purchases I have ever made. Story 186. One of those wedge pillows to elevate your legs. So much more comfortable when laying down, feet dangling off the end. Story 187. Rice cooker. Use it every week. I find it's easier to eat home-cooked food if your starch is set and forget. Story 188. Portable induction plate. So much more time efficient and heat precise to cook on than a ceramic stove. Story 189. A microwave vegetable steamer. Before I had that, I used to steam vegetables in a glass bowl with a ceramic plate on top. Even with a cloth, I burn my fingers every time. Story 190. Industrial fan off Amazon. You've been sleeping with fans for white noise and to cool off my room. Kicks jerk compared to going through a few Lasco fans over the years. Story 191. A shoehorn. No matter how much I try to look after new shoes whenever I get them, there comes a day when I get impatient and try to slip them on without untying the laces, fudge up the back of them. A simple shoehorn speeds up the putting on of shoes and prevents them getting destroyed in the process. Story 192. This faux opal from a bead supply company. I love jewelry, but this one I use as a stim toy as well. I spin it on the necklace I have it mounted on, and it helps keep me calm. Story 193. One of those head massagers that look like a whisk. The feeling that you get from using it is life-changing. I also suffer from migraines that prevent me from being able to do anything when I have them. The massager literally helps so much, I rarely get migraines now. Story 194. A Puma sweatshirt that is the absolute most comfortable thing I've ever worn. I wear it every night to bed unless it's in the wash. Story 195. A tracker chip that syncs to my phone, put in wallet or on keys. I have never lost them since, and it takes a minute to find them when they are misplaced. Story 196. Got a couple. E-reader. News, books, limited web for research. Use it all the time. Electric toothbrush. Not sure why, but it just feels better and easier, and it was way cheaper than expected. A good sharp knife. Mine's a chef's knife, and that's what I'd recommend. 60, worth every penny. Here's some under 10 for now items that are so dang useful. Box of Kleenex for the car. Good for sneezing into, blowing into, quick cleaning the side mirrors, drying the rear view camera, and as extra napkins. Drano. Having it on hand for when something needs it has saved me some serious late-day frustration and excursions. A good couch pillow. I got mine from Goodwill, but it's 1000x better than the pillows that came with the couch and makes lounging more comfortable. Graph paper. I don't really like kids, but the various roommates have either had them or had some visit. 85 of those kids wanted to doodle on my graph paper. I don't know why. I keep some for doing design work in my office, but I keep more along with some pencils downstairs for guests to fudge around with. And lastly, get some writing implements you like for your house. My pen of choice is 13 for a box, but I love using them, and I haven't needed to replace them in almost a decade. Inevitably, I need to write something, a card, a note, song lyrics, directions, whatever. And having something I like to write with has been great. Story 197. Suspenders. Belts never really held my pants up, and I've spent my whole life lifting my pants up and having a buckle dig into the stomach. Not anymore. Story 198. My used Kindle Paperwhite stopped taking my iPad to bed to read. Now just read an actual book for about 10 minutes and fall to sleep very naturally and wake up without an alarm refreshed. Where before I would watch YouTube until midnight, take ages to fall asleep, wake up by alarm, and generally feel like crap. Story 199. My shoes. I love going for a walk every now and then, which I have to do anyway because I have a dog. And these shoes are so darn comfortable. They cost me around $50, I think. Story 200. Powerball, the gyroscope in a ball, makes your hand and forearm great after hours and hours on the PC typing. Story 201. An Alexa Echo. I use it as my school alarm to play music, listen to the news, podcasts, remind me of anything, etc. All this without subscribing for other featured, like no ads, etc. My best purchase ever. Story 202. Yearly subscription of the best gym in our area. Buying a long gym subscription forces you to keep utilizing the subscription if you get bored or lack motivation a couple of months later. You fear wasting the money you spent. $96 for 1 year and then keeping going to the gym for that time. Even with days off in between is the cheapest and best plan to get fit in the long run. Results are very good to say the least. Story 203. Kindle Fire Stick. A couple of YouTube videos on jailbreaking sideloading Fire Stick, and now I basically have free TV, Netflix, etc. Story 204. 15 Black Lab. She's almost 2 and the love of my life. Then the random other idiot dog I found on Facebook. She's like 7 months and very silly. Love them both. Story 205. Bought an inflatable bed for camping, and I'm never camping without it. Sleeping above the cold, hard ground is a game changer. Story 206. Squatty Potty. It's now weird to poop anywhere without it. Less effort and less cleanup. It really is the way we were meant to poop. Story 207. I'm a DIY weekend warrior, but I bought a tool belt after doing projects for over a decade. I should have bought it years ago. Story 208. Squatty Potty. Takes a week to get used to it, but can never go back now. 1 year I get all my direct reports, one as a Christmas gift. Until this day, people say it's the best gift they got. Story 209. Fiber capsules. If you have stomach issues, there is a possibility you don't get enough daily fiber. Psyllium husk caps can change your life. Story 210. Getting free second remote controls from Comcast. So we have one on each side of the couch and each side of our king-size bed. Story 211. A Cooper cooler. Amazing. Cools any can of pop beer or energy drink in less than a minute. Colder than keeping in a fridge. Even brought it on vacay with me. Story 212. Adopting a cat. After that, the next best purchase was the litter robot. But that's definitely not under 100. That's it for this video. Don't forget to support Vancher and my second channel, Vanchus. See you soon.